Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. This is my Q&A video where I'm answering questions that you guys asked in the last video. Any questions you guys have, go down below, ask me, and I'll answer them in the next Q&A video. First, I want to say thank you very much, Kobe, for your donation. I really appreciate that. You have no idea how much that means to me. Doesn't matter how much, doesn't matter how little. It's just the thought, and it really keeps me going. It keeps me wanting to keep doing this over and over and over again. So thank you, Kobe, very much. I appreciate you. Next. Oh, you guys, if you could go down and check out my website, daviddemars.com. Go and support me. Follow me on Facebook, stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Also, guys, when you ask me questions, please leave your location. I love to know, and so would everybody else, love to know where you guys are from. We want to see how far this stuff reaches. So thank you for doing that. Lots of you guys are telling me your locations, but there's still people that don't. So appreciate it when you could, please. And you can be as general as you want. I don't care. State, city, country, hemisphere, planet. All right? So let's get started with Roxy Bolt from Florida. How are you, Roxy? I hope you're well. Why do narcissists discard you? Or you discard them and then they unblock you? Oh, I missed out. I left out a word. I know what you're asking. She wants to know, why do narcissists discard you and then block you? But if you discard them or you go no contact, they block you. They unblock you, right? It's just a game. That's all it is, Roxy. These people, even when they're done with you, they need validation. They know what they did to you is wrong. They don't want to be the bad person. Nobody wants to. So what they do is they contact you and see if you're okay with just talking to them. That's validation. Why do they, they want to unblock you so that you contact them? That means that you want them. I mean, it's just fucked up shit in their head. And just remember, everything they do is for them, not for you. They just want something from you. They want you to do something. And your second question is, my ex-narcissist and his golem never gave gifts. Why? So Roxy's ex is dating another disordered person, and they do not give each other gifts for birthdays and Christmases. And that's not surprising. I'm sure all of you out there have experiences with your ex-narcissist that did not give you gifts for Christmases, holidays. They just don't do that. If they give gifts, it's in the beginning. It's when they're trying to manipulate you and make you think they're a good person so that you fall in love with them so they can abuse you, right? Thank you, Roxy. Kevin Davis. Love to know where you're from, Kevin. Can you explain how empaths may become too empathic towards empaths? Now, that's what you wrote, and I'm not sure if that's what you meant. I think you might mean, can you explain how empaths may become too empathic towards narcissists? Not sure, but I'm just going to leave that last part out because it doesn't really matter, I don't think. If it does, ask me again. I'm just going to say, can you explain how empaths may become too empathic? How about that? Period. And that's what an empath is. They need better regulation of their empathy. And I say use compassion rather than empathy. We don't have to feel everyone else that's in pain. We don't have to be right there with them and feel it with them. Okay? We need compassion. For what I do, I help clients every day on a daily basis, but I can't sit and talk to tons of clients every day and be totally empathic. I can't sit there and be like, oh God, I feel your pain. I'm so sorry. Oh, and I get off the phone. I'm like, oh God, that was horrible. I mean, to a certain point, it does affect me. And that's why I can only talk to a few clients a day, but I use compassion. Just saying I'm sorry helps. These people want to get stuff off their chest. I don't need to feel it with them. They just want to hear someone listen to them. Say, I'm sorry, that's horrible. So I believe that a lot of us have poor regulation of our empathy. And I think we give too much empathy to people. And I think we should try to learn how to monetize that a little bit, regulate it a little better, right? We don't have to be so empathic or have so much empathy towards other people, okay? We don't have to. I always say, don't feel sorry for people. You don't owe anybody anything, Be nice and compassionate. Genuine, generous, listening, all those things. But you don't have to have tons of empathy towards everything and everybody, okay? Hot stuff. I feel sick for falling for his tricks. He asked me to meet, then ghosted me. He let me send him texts for 2 days, ignoring them, even though he hoovered me. Why? Well, like I was saying before, this is just a game. They want to play a game with you. They have connection problems. They you know, it's like they're done with you. They throw you away, and then they want to pick you up and play with you more. They want constant attention from everyone, and they would love to constantly keep picking you back up and getting a little more attention from you when they can. But this is all a fucking game. Okay, he doesn't give a shit. I hope you know that. I know you know this stuff, hot stuff, and I know that's why you say you're sick for falling for his tricks, but that is why no contact is so important. Okay? I mean, come on. Come on, love yourself. He doesn't love you. Why would you give yourself away to somebody who doesn't support you, care about you, like you, love you, and just abuse you? Okay, that's the real question. The question isn't why does he do this? The question is why do you? Okay? Screw him. He's disordered. That's why he does it. He's fucking crazy. Okay? He cannot have a good functional relationship no matter how good and functional the person is he's with. He will mess it up. He will leave you, and then he'll try and get you back, and then he'll cheat on you, and then dump you, and then, I mean, that's what they do. They cannot have any success in relationships, period. 4-starist from the United Kingdom. I'm getting frequent flashbacks of old events or conversations. They come out of nowhere and really throw me for a loop. Have you ever heard of this, and can you suggest any coping mechanisms? Well, yeah, of course we've heard of this. Most of us experience this, and I've got to tell you, your brain does this. A flashback, real quick, is what it is your brain has a traumatic experience, and it links that experience or memory with another common day memory. So you go through your daily life, and you see that common thing that you see all the time, and it triggers that memory that you had that was traumatic. Now, the reason that you keep experiencing them probably is your brain is still experiencing too much stress. Even though you're away from that person, that situation, you're experiencing stress somewhere else in your life, which would make your brain stress out and send you these negative fear thoughts and all this stuff. So eliminate stress from your life. And it's also doing positive things. You know, eating well and exercising helps relieve stress in your life. You know, the most important thing that you could probably do, which I'm guessing you haven't done, is talk to somebody. Your brain needs to process this stuff, okay? Because if you're playing back old conversations in your head, what is probably going on is you probably never figured out the truth, and you're probably wondering what the hell happened, and what did she mean, and why did she do that, and what really was the truth. And that's part of talking to somebody, therapy and stuff like that. It's finding out the truth and processing it correctly in your head. So if you were to go back and talk about all these events you keep thinking about, talk about them, see them all the way through to the end, and have somebody else that's not emotionally attached to you or this situation be able to analyze this and tell you what the fuck's going on. So my recommendation is get therapy. Find someone to talk to. Okay, and eliminate stress, all stress from other parts of your life. Okay, hope that helps. Learn, grow, and sing. He was only nice, so I would do something for him. Why do they expect so much? Well, I mean, that's a narcissist. Massive entitlement. They believe they deserve it. It doesn't matter if you give them the world. They aren't thankful because they deserve it. Right? So it's kind of like something you do for everyone. So if you say you take care of somebody, an adult, but you take care of them all the time because they're always hurting, you give them stuff all the time, you do this for them, you wipe their fucking mouth and their ass for them, okay? And they finally give you something. After 5 years, they've missed every birthday, Christmas, holiday, everything. They've never done anything for you that's nice and nothing. And they finally give you something. How thankful would you be? You know what I mean? I'd be thankful, but I'd be like, yeah, 5 years. Thanks, So that's how they feel all the time. It doesn't matter if you give them the goddamn moon. They'll be like, where's all the stars? It doesn't matter what you do. That is a narcissist. Okay? Lisa Driver, have you ever heard of bifurcation? I am in divorce proceedings with my ex, and he keeps changing things up. Yeah. So, and you also talked about you think he just wants a clean break maybe for the person that he's now with. And that is probably it. Bifurcation is basically splitting things up into two parts. So he wants everything split in the marriage, and that was in your marriage, and he wants everything to just part ways, and you guys go your own ways. Now, one of two things, I'm guessing, Lisa, is that, yeah, he's got a new source of supply, and he wants this marriage over because he probably wants to get married already. Think about how fast you guys got married. How long has he been with her? Probably wants to get married in the same amount of time or faster, so that she doesn't find out what he is before it's too late. So it's either that, Lisa, or he's screwing with you, and he's playing mind games with you, and he thinks that might be threatening to you, to split everything in half. But bottom line, Lisa, I heard you guys talk about sharing bills and all this stuff. Stay far away from him and deal with him only with a lawyer, and don't share anything with him, okay? Okay, Lisa? Bettina Schmacher from Switzerland. Can one get over narcissistic abuse without therapy? I do many things, but nobody to talk to. Is it possible to get out of this hole alone? Yes. You don't need therapy to get out of the hole. Some people do. Some people can get out of that hole without therapy. You know, they talked about different things, going out and doing healthy things and all this stuff, and watching videos and reading the information. So your question is, can one get over narcissistic abuse without therapy? You can get over it. Is it possible to get out of this hole alone? Yeah, it's possible. Do I recommend it? No. Okay, there's no need. You're putting on extra stress. Doing this by yourself is going to take longer because you're putting on that extra stress. But also, everyone, realize something. This experience you went through with this person isn't all that it is. It's not about, oh, you met a shitty person, you endured some abuse, they left, you left, and now you get over it, meaning you just feel better. That's not where it stops, and that's not where it started. This started a long time ago. That's why you dated someone like this. That's why you stayed with someone like this. That's why you feel so bad after it's over. That doesn't happen to other people. It happens to us. So, it really is beneficial to talk to somebody about this. Okay? That's why you're in the hole. That's why it's harder to get out of the hole. But you can do it. But I recommend doing more than just getting out of the hole. I hope that makes sense. I hope you understand that. Therapists can help you work on yourself, achieve happiness, have healthy relationships. That's what it's really all about. If all of you are just trying to soothe and get through this, then that's all you're going to do. You're going to get through this, and then you're probably going to do it again. And that's why you're so paranoid about meeting another narcissist. If you were healthy and worked on yourself completely, you wouldn't be as scared. Trust me. I'm not scared. I don't care. I don't get worried about it. It's not about just identifying red flags. There's more to it, guys. Doug from Philly. Now my ex antagonizes me about losing my job. She says, God doesn't make mistakes. Why, if I have nothing to offer her anymore, does she still bother me with made-up relationships? Because, Doug, she's a nasty piece of shit, okay? And she likes making you the bad person, because when she can decide and determine that you're the bad person, that makes her the good person. She knows she's a piece of crap, right? But she likes doing this because it makes her feel like the good person. I hope that makes sense. I hope you understand that. These people want to be the victims. Nobody wants to be a bad person. So they do everything they can to make you the bad person so they can get away with being a bad person. And as far as you have nothing to offer her anymore, why does she still bother me? Ask yourself, Doug, what you're giving her. Don't look at it from your standpoint. Look at it from a sick, disordered, nasty, mentally ill person's standpoint. Okay? If she's upsetting you every time she calls, don't be upset. But the biggest thing is, Doug, stop answering the damn phone. Don't talk to her. No contact, okay? Leave her alone. You won't have to deal with this. It won't be a problem. Don't let her contact you. It won't be a problem. Roxy Bolt from Florida. And also, John Hooper, both are asking me, why does it seem they pop up around the 1 year mark? Well, yeah, they sure do, don't they? And there's a reason for that. And I usually think it's about 6 to 9 months to about 1.5 years. Somewhere in that time, they come back. And there's reason for it. It's validation, and they want more attention. Now, they leave you or you leave them, whatever it is. If you leave them, they want to come back and hurt you really bad. But basically, the thing is, once that relationship ends, they move on to somebody else, okay? The cycle begins with that person. They value them. And then they realize that they hate them, and then they start to devalue them. They're bored, they need more attention, and they come back to you for more attention. Now, the reason they don't do that 2 weeks later, a month later, is because they're busy with that person and it's all great. But the other reason is that they want validation. So they know they did something bad to you, bad things to you the whole time. They know they're the piece of shit, but they don't want to be. Nobody wants to be a bad person. So what they do is they wait till you feel better, till you're not so angry. So maybe all the things you lost, or you've got them back, you know. So by the time they call you, they're like, hey, what's up? And you're like, hey, you know, what's up? What's going on? Not much. I've been okay. How have you been? You know, all this shit. And if you don't mention the shitty things they did to you, bam, it never happened. Validated, they're good people. The best thing is that they can contact you and you don't bring it up, so they're validated, and then you tell them how bad you're doing, and they say, oh, that's because you're a piece of shit. And they also want to come back to get you back just to hurt you some more. It helps. They enjoy it. It's control. It's powerful to them. They're better than you if they can do that. Okay? I hope that helps, Doug. If not, just please, or I'm sorry, Roxy Bolt and John Hooper. If that doesn't, you have more questions about it, let me know. Okay? I'm going to stop the video here. This is the end of part 1. Please stay tuned for part 2, okay? Thank you very much. We'll see you in part 2. Bye-bye.